Never had to have more truer words been spoken.
So, last time we was all together, you, Morticia and Dimitri, caught up to Elian Faust's secret room inside of the secret room, his hideout. When you got there, you found that this armored figure clad in black and red armor stood there, claiming that you weren't the one he was expecting. Soon finding out that this was in fact Blood Tamer, at least the current owner of Blood Tamer, and that sent ripples into the fight that began. William and Xanthi got there after one round of combat. You managed to haul over there. Unfortunately, Aethon weren't there to get there, and you had quite the battle on your hands. He had a lot of clones that swarmed you quite quickly, and you had battle. In that battle, 3 of you went down. Morticia used her last spell energy and the diamond you procured to bring Xanthi back, after arguing with one of you should roll to see who's coming back, because you both said the other one should. Then she further strained her energies to make a portal back to Bleedtop, to the Temple of Mahina, where she grew up, to ask for help as Dimitri was still down. William jumping between Ebon Spire, Skyport, and Bleedtop for a little while, to finding out that his blood is actually the cure for this creeping delirium disease that was going on there. After that, with Morticia, Xanthi and Morticia broke into the sacred chamber where they perform rituals. They met the father, who was not very happy. He said no to Morticia. Finally, after a while, Morticia's father decided to answer her, saying he's willing to play ball, he's willing to negotiate. Morticia said, can this be done without any repercussions? And he said it was done, sending you all into a long rest, which, if you haven't, mark it off, you've all long rested. And you woke with everything being normal, apart from a little fact that no one's aware of. In Xanthi's moment of death, she met with her sister, who stated it was no longer her time. It was not yet her time. And in the transition, she had a conversation with the doctor about if Xanthi was to stop pursuing these relics that they were going after, he would release all of her sisters. Xanthi, armed with this knowledge, said, okay, and then awoke back to life. And after all this aftermath, we come back to you all awaken to see Sister Maria's body. No heart in there, just a hole through the chest, lying unconscious on the ground. And that's where we pick up today.
I think it's more than unconscious, pal.
Who knows? Poker, find out.
Oh. Do we all see this?
I don't trust you.
Yes.
Okay.
You all see this.
I think waking up, Morticia's first reaction is to check on Dimitri. And then she will take all of the environment around.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. What happened? Where's Dr. Aiden Faust?
It kind of killed you. He killed Xanthi too. We were just able to bring you all back.
But is everyone okay now?
And now she will look around.
Yeah, and you see Sister Maria's lifeless body hole in her chest. Heart kind of like, now you're looking around, you do see her heart like a few inches away from her body.
Don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure you don't survive that.
What happened? Where are we? Who is he?
Sister Maria? And even though I know it's stupid and it won't work, she will go to her and she will try to put her heart back in her chest. And I know it's been longer than a minute, but she will try and cast Revivify on her.
Okay.
You have to come back, you have to come back, you have to come back. This was not supposed to happen. It told me no repercussions.
You place the heart back in the chest. You pour your magical energy in to this gaping wound. Nothing.
Xanthi will walk over to Morticia, put her hand on her shoulder. I'm so sorry for your loss, but this really doesn't look good for us. We should probably get out of here, unless you think they will. By that, we are not responsible for this.
They will kill us. They will blame us for it.
Xanthi and William, can I get a perception check from you two, please?
That one, right?
That's a 3 for 4.
Okay.
Too busy looking at the coldplay. Ah,
Yeah.
passes 11.
Yeah. I really needed you to.
I think I got an idea. I don't know if it will work.
Gonna put her in the water.
Do I know if the water would work? Or does it have a time limit as well?
On a full moon, you've known the waters to perform miracles.
And today is not a full moon.
Today is probably about 6 a.m. No moon in the sky.
It's got to be within a certain time frame. It doesn't work like that. But maybe I can make it so they don't blame us.
How did she die? I'm sorry, I'm lost.
I'll tell you later, if that's all right.
That's fine.
I can do to her what I did to the wyvern. Bring her out. We leave. And then she drops. We won't be here.
There's still gonna be a gaping hole in the chest. What are you gonna do? Cover it with a tarp? Or get her a new shirt?
I don't know. I don't know. We can trick her with us. But she would never leave the church.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna look more suspicious either. Carrying a corpse around. I think no matter what, we have repercussions, even if we didn't want them.
At this moment, you, Morticia, you can't help but have this moment of, why is this temple so quiet? Normally in the morning, there's always people walking about.
This is wrong. We should check outside.
Okay.
If you're sure it's so wrong, are you sure you want to see whatever might be outside?
You have to.
William will walk past, just like pat her on the head and be like, "Don't worry, I'll do this. This was your family at one point, so it's not fair if it is something heinous. I'll be back in a second. I'll shout if I need help." And yeah, William will go investigate.
Okay. Roll me an investigation or a perception check as you're going about this.
They're both the same.
Well,
11.
11. As you're going around this temple, it's eerily quiet. And as you see a few doors, like ajar, you poke your head round one of them and you see devout followers of Mahina lying on the ground, same way Sister Maria is. As you continue to look around, you're seeing more of the same, up until you see this robed figure kind of standing just back towards you in like this great open space. It looks like a garden of some kind. Yeah, doesn't move about as you're walking around.
What would he do? Okay. Just because he would. He'd go on, but so, your handiwork, or did you find him like this as well?
No sound, no response.
Fuck. Okay, as much as me as a player is screaming you shouldn't do this, he's going to go over and get closer and kind of try and see if he can get attention.
So describe to me how you're doing this. This figure's got its back towards you, not moving as you're approaching. You're not making like a lot of sound, but you're not being discreet about it. So the normal person should
turn around.
Yeah.
His shield will be up in front of him. His hand will be on the sword just in case, and kind of slowly, kind of going at an angle to try and see if he can see like the front or at least the side of him, like see if there's anything.
As you get round to the front, you see eyes sewn shut and just like ripped into his chest the word freedom.
Yep. Okay. Guess I will go back now. Not taking my eyes off him, kind of retracing his steps. Deliberately keeping an ear out for anything else, because he's sure he's the only one that should be moving around at this point.
Yeah.
And he will kind of retrace his steps, keeping an eye on this figure until he's comfortable enough that he's like, okay, I can just walk normally now.
Yeah, totally. You can just, as you navigate enough distance between you and this figure, not hearing anything else. It's so quiet in this place. You know, you can even hear like your own heart beating over the noise that's out here. But yeah, so quiet in this place, nothing. And then when you feel you've got safe enough distance, you turn around and still no noise.
Making our way back, just get to the doorway and just be like, you don't want to see what's out there. I'd recommend that we just go the way we came.
Are they all gone?
Everyone I came across. Seems even the father. I'm not going to describe it. It's not fair. If it's meant to be a message, I'm making sure you don't get it. Okay?
We need to bury them. I'm not leaving them like this. I'm sorry. They were my family.
I don't want you to see this, but we can certainly do that if you're happy to at least tell us what we can do or what we need to do.
I'm assuming there's some sort of grounds.
Yeah.
Where...
Where the garden is, where the figure was overlooking, that's where they normally go.
The garden?
We might be able to fit them all there, yeah.
I'll be so mad.
I think that ship has definitely sailed.
And even though I'm not a cleric of Mahena anymore, I will, since we are in this little room, go and approach and beg for forgiveness. Not praising her, but feeling responsible for what happened and for the lives that were lost. She will apologize.
As you're talking, apologizing to the symbolism of Mahina, the stained glass window that is in this rich warrior that looks over everything, you see tears just roll down the stained glass window's cheeks.
I guess I'll go find a shovel.
Perhaps you should stay with Morticia. Dimitri and I can start preparing things.
If you're happy to.
Of course.
Okay, well, just do your best.
I think I kind of want to be alone. I'm sorry.
I can stay outside, close the doors most of the way. You can still have your solitude, and then if you do want someone, I will just be,
That sounds good, thank you.
You two take care of all of them, though, please.
We will.
Of course.
As you leave Morticia in the room and you go about fixing this place, burying the bodies, giving them their last rites, as you go to finally place the father's figure. As soon as you go to touch it, the head just rolls off.
What happened here? I'm really confused.
It's going to be a mess by the looks. Are you okay with this?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be okay.
And looking about for this place to bury them, and
Yeah, you see like this really beautiful looking garden. There's like all kinds of flowers from all over Daggaxarth. There's even some here that you would notice, Anthi, that are native to the Badlands, especially some of like the trees that grow in the corners. Like, granted, the Badlands is very desert and wilderness, but there are in some places these beautiful trees that kind of, their leaves kind of fall like cherry blossoms. And they have that there. You're guessing this is the garden. Like everywhere else in this temple seems to be non-garden like, if you want for a better way of putting it.
it's beautiful. I think this will be a good place to lay them to rest.
Yeah, I agree. Better start digging.
As we're digging, Xanthi will try and have a little chat as well. How are you holding up? It is quite an experience dying, no?
It definitely was. To be honest, I don't really remember much of it. I remember going down and then now I'm here.
It was a bit different for me. You did not have anyone to see there?
No, I guess I don't really have anyone.
That is strange. I would hope that I would have seen you there as well, if anything. I don't know how all this works. It is confusing.
Definitely. But how about you? How are you holding up?
Well, I saw Xandria actually, so a bit of a mix. I made a potentially not great decision. The doctor offered me a bargain, and I took it. He would free my sisters and bring the ones that he has killed back, and in exchange I would not go after this hunt that we are on, as he called it.
Right. Do you think he did it? Has the power to bring them back?
I don't know, and well, I will check once we have finished this. I will send to Reese and Theo and see if they have any information. Perhaps on Willow as well.
Don't feel bad about accepting the deal. If I was in your position, I would have done the same.
I don't know entirely what it will mean, whether I am able to travel along with you still, even if I do not hunt for my Imperium. Perhaps I can assist you still, at least.
We'll find a way. I'm sure there's a loophole.
We will see.
As you spend the better part of the day, all three of you, digging the ground, burying the bodies. I would say you're pushing, like, this starts to roll on to like early to late afternoon. by the time all the bodies are cleared up. In total, there's about 30 you make space for. The last one being Sister Maria, where you would go back to Morticia.
Once we finish kind of filling the earth back in, Xanthi will try and plant a flower that is around, kind of at the head of each one.
Or depending, actually giving the option for Morticia to be there when the sisters, because that was more important.
Yeah.
Oh, the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say with the only Sister Maria left, you can go find Morticia.
Yeah.
It is done.
I gave her the solitude she asked for, so I'm just. Yeah. You want to see this neat trick? And just watching the shield vanish back into the arm and reappear. So I've just been doing that for the past hour. I'm kind of getting used to it.
That's pretty impressive.
I take it that we won then.
Yeah, but I don't think the cost is worth it. You know, like the gauntlet appearing on one arm and then just vanishing again.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it now, but I'm sure in the future it will definitely come in handy.
I hope so. Lost a lot of people now because of it. And there's still a whole lot more resting on the hope that this gives, so. Anyway,
But
I guess he'll push open the door he's closest to and just poke his head in. Just like, do you want to be there for the sisters one?
I should, yes.
Well, we're just waiting for you. We'll move her when you're ready.
We can do it now. And thank you.
And yeah, as you commit the last one, there's like a feeling of calm that rushes over the whole place. Yeah.
She will give her one last kiss on the forehead before saying goodbye. Thank you for raising me. And I'm sorry. Shouldn't have been any of you. I was selfish and you paid the price.
You then finish burying Sister Maria. This garden has these now patches of earth where flowers have been placed at each one of them.
If there is like one flower specifically that I'm aware that Mahine enjoys, or
Yeah.
it's kind of a symbol, I will try and put some on the grapes.
Yeah, the snowdrops or the Lunian rose would be the ones that would be put there, yeah.
Just making sure the Sister Maria's one is a little bigger and nicer than the rest, but everybody gets one at least. We should go.
Yeah.
Please remind me the next town to always buy 3 diamonds.
Yeah, no, that's fair. We should probably do more potions as well.
Maybe I
Use
can
a
do
lot.
some tonight.
Not the ones I was on about, but possibly.
So what's our next destination?
Well, your two are on this side of the world, if I remember
About-
correctly.
About that. When I was coming back from dying, I got a visit from the doctor and made the deal not to go after this in exchange for the release of my sisters. I would rather not test this deal. I mean, I can obviously cast sending to Theo and Reese and see how
The least
things
one
have gone
end.
there.
Yeah.
And that should perhaps bring us some news on Willow as well. But yes, I'm happy to assist for the rest of you to come along to protect and aid you, but I would not be seeking, at least the one that seems intended for me.
What was the
Well,
wording on your deal?
I cannot remember the specifics, but to the extent of I will not hunt for the Imperiums.
So, if we brought you there and you didn't know what was happening, you would technically not be hunting for it.
But that risks bringing his wrath. I do not think that I have as much of a problem helping you find yours, but the way I intended it and the way I understood it was that I would not hunt for mine.
so that just leaves them with them.
If it's okay, I don't think I'm ready to take mine. I don't think I'm so strong enough yet.
Okay, well, if you want, I did promise we'd go back and investigate the spires to see if we can stop the plague. If everyone's happy with that instead.
Karma Pixies on the other continent. We should go there first. And then Karma Peaks then.
Okay, well, you're the only one that can get us there unless we're going to go, awful long walk, boat ride, and flying ship. And I don't think I could do a flying ship again.
No, I'm kind of sick of those. She
While
will take.
you're-
Sorry, go ahead.
While you are setting that up, I will just send to Reese and Theo. And that they will maybe find the shade of a tree or something like that to pick up the sending stone. Theo, Reese, any news? Any luck with Willow? And have you had any news from those who were under the doctor's influence? I was assured that they would be released. Perhaps you could check in with them, if nothing else. I hope you're well. Much love, Santi.
Fleeting moments of quiet go by. Then you hear Reese come in loud and clear over the sending. So good thing is I can now cast a really big fireball. Bad news is there's someone here that wants to talk to you. Willow, we still haven't found. Yeah. I'm getting to that bit. We also may have lost communication with Gladys, but she's tough. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, you can speak. Then another voice comes in over this message. And you just hear, Watch Commander. How goes everything?
Is this Theo?
You recognize this voice to be Xandria's.
Immediately using another charge of the stone, I suppose. Xandria, it worked. You are whole? How are you?
Yes, I'm whole. Remembering the part where I got turned to dust is a bit strange, but otherwise I'm okay. The doctor says you made a deal to bring me back, and he said he sent our sisters back to the Badlands. But Xanthi, Watch Commander, he's a very evil man. You wouldn't let a monster like this live normally. I can't help but think maybe you've gone soft. But that is for me to say. But I'll watch over Reese and Theo until you're back here.
And so she's only got 2 charges left, so she's kind of looking really conflicted down at the stone. Okay. And we'll head back to the rest. I'm sorry there is no news on Willow. But it seems that Xandri is back, so it looks like he has upheld his side of the bargain. And the other thing is they have lost communications with Gladys.
What do you want to do?
I think I agreed with our previous plan, so I think we can stick with that.
The thing is, your sisters are safe now. I don't want you to jeopardize that.
If you want, you can retire and leave it to us.
To me, you are just as much kin as them. I will assist however I can, and kind of looking around, making sure no one's potentially listening in. And I still think that he is up to something and that there is evil in that.
I
No.
got a request. Would I have been able to walk around the temple and any blood that was around kind of clean up the temple by absorbing it?
Yeah, I suppose you could have done that while everything was happening, yeah?
Just try and make it look like a temple again.
Yeah.
I don't have it, but I feel like it was purely because of my lack of remembrance. Gladys' blood. I feel like I would have asked for it, but I understand it was not in.
I believe you did ask for it. Because I remember this whole conversation like, oh, it's a very strange thing to ask, but you youngsters are into weird things these days. I do remember that whole conversation.
And the whole explanation of, she uses trackers just in case we get missing. I don't know if I don't think that it ever came up that she gave any.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
Morticia, roll me a d6. Odds, I'm going to say no. Evens, I'm going to say yes.
That's a 1.
So, no.
That's all right. So I'll just start the portal. Say my goodbyes to this place. I don't feel like I'll be coming back anytime soon.
As you start this portal, your arm that's not hurt for a while pulses, and you feel that growing pain you used to feel in it as the portal opens, and it doesn't cost you a spell slot.
Oh.
That doesn't make it better what you did.
That's how you guys travelled here. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you never saw me do this.
Yeah, you're a little bit, how should we say this? Dead?
Yeah, I was dead.
Yeah, we had to carry you through the portal. Whole princess style and everything.
That's kind of sweet.
One of us had to.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we put you at the back of Aephon at the very end because, I had to go give blood so they could make a cure. Anyway.
Zenti, don't forget Aethorn.
Yes.
Good point. Well,
He's probably still in my room.
I'm surprised he didn't pop at me or anything. Might make it easier.
I told her no because you're a friend. You deserve more dignity.
Oh,
I thought it could be fun.
Do you see? You see what I have to work with when you guys aren't around?
It wouldn't have hurt him, I hope. I don't really know if it hurt.
Well,
you never got to have a conversation with someone that you've puppeted and, done to.
Yeah, they don't usually talk.
They usually don't live a second time.
They are not living, they're just talking. And hitting things.
The semantics like this that make this happen.
Okay, let's just go.
Xanthi, as you go to get Aethorn in the ritual room, there's a portal open near Aethorn and this hooded figure just petting him. You hear this metal on metal sound with each pet.
Greetings.
Oh. Hello, Xanthi. How is it being alive again?
Yes, it is good. Thank you for holding up your end of the bargain.
No, I should be thanking you. It was a great test of my newfound abilities. However, a little secret between me and you. I'm sure Morticia's blaming someone for what happened here. Between me and you, I kind of needed the souls to pass on to fix the one mistake I may have made before.
This was your doing?
In a sense, I suppose you could say it was my doing.
And you did this to bring my sisters back?
The ones that were no longer part of this mortal plane, yes. You see, I believe in balance. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Therefore, souls have prices. And yes, I may have took 32 today, but that was worth the ones I had to bring back.
I did not ask for this.
No, I know. I quite enjoyed this part. It's been a while since I got my hands dirty.
What is it that you're doing this for? Just to torment us?
I wish you was that important to me. No.
And why?
I have my reasons. Maybe I owe you one or two. In my youth.
Share them.
Of course, of course. I consider us acquaintances now. In my youth, I may have made a few too many mistakes in my quest for working things out. Some of them, and he clinks his metal hand and stamps his metal foot. Some of them were physical. Some of them kind of scarred me in other ways. I have been working all this time to find a means of getting out of my mistakes. And finally, I thought I was onto it. There was these monsters in the Badlands. There were brinks. They've been subjected to the Badlands. They've mutated. They've grown stronger. And they could appear through portals. I was intrigued by this. But more intrigued by the warrior race I come across. Strong and powerful beings trained since birth, fighting for everything they had. Their servitude to each other is unquestionable. I needed something like that. At least I thought I did. And then the one I wanted decided to go out and leave the day I came. That's neither here nor there. But I managed to do a workaround. And I figured out that instead of relying on servants to do what I needed now, I should just take what I needed. And thanks to your little deal, I was able to undo the last thing I needed to do, giving me the energy to reunite you with your family and the energy to make myself whole again so that I can rewrite my mistakes.
As he's talking,
Yeah.
she's just repeatedly switching the Labris to spear and back. Bring them back. Right this wrong. Those that you took this day.
Oh.
And I will pledge myself to your service. And I will do what you need. Please just make this right.
I'm so sorry, but some things, once broken, cannot be fixed. And you are right, you are probably worth at least 50 souls. But these 32 will do for now. And also, they were ripe with attachment. That makes them slightly a bit more stronger in my book. I just wanted to say thank you.
Keep getting away with this.
Oh, I'm sure I won't. But I've got bigger problems to take care of now.
Please then, at least bring the sister back.
Oh.
And I will not do anything rash now.
I do admire your spirit. That is something in the many, many, many centuries I've been about, and the many, many planes I've walked through, I've never met someone with your, how would you say it, resolve. But
Your answer.
I don't think I will. You know, someone has to teach you, children, that things have a cost. And if I have to be the guiding figure that helps you understand that, so be
And
it.
she'll rush up to him and put the spear under his neck.
Oh,
Then
oh.
consider this a bargaining. Yes, it might be a cost, but I am negotiating it.
And do you always negotiate with a blade to
Some
someone's
people
throat?
do not listen to reason.
And if I still say no?
Well, we can see how this ends then.
Oh, you can play like this too. I sense in you something I've had in me. That darkness. Yes, yes.
I'm nothing like you.
As much as you would profess, unfortunately, human nature in this regard, or just nature in general of beings that live, all regress to one point, and everyone can be as twisted as me if pushed far enough.
Do you want to find out? Pressing the spear a little bit further in.
Yeah, he's. And you notice now, when you fought him before, it was like hitting nothing before, but this time the spear is finding like a purchase.
Just the one soul, that is all I ask.
And I've expended a lot of my energy that I could have placed elsewhere, bringing back your sisters. So, again, no, prove me wrong.
And she'll just shove off him and walk away.
Oh. I guess this is what it's like to take the higher road.
We are
Interesting.
not done.
No? Well, I have places to be, demons to talk to. You know how it goes. And he just starts walking towards his portal.
Yeah, she'll let him. And go over to Aethon. Put her head to his. And just take a few deep breaths. How am I going to tell them? And then she will make her way back out to the others with Aethon in tow.
This whole time you've been preparing the portal, you've finally opened it, waiting a good while for Xanthi to come back. And then finally you see Xanthi walking alongside Aethon. Or the other Aethon walking alongside Xanthi.
She's just
Oh.
Get
shaking her
lost.
head. It was the doctor. He did this. He did it because of me. He needed souls to trade for my sisters. So I'm so sorry.
He killed them?
I did. I will make it right, whatever it takes.
You mean it wasn't my bad?
Well, at least you know you can tell the truth now.
It's not on you.
I had the chance to fight him, but I tried to be smarter than that. It would not be so easy. I'm sorry.
I will take her hand.
Yeah.
He killed him. You didn't. He made the choice. You were protecting your family. That's it.
As horrible as it sounds, he could have picked any strangers off the street.
He specifically chose them.
The temple.
He
You will pay.
chose to murder my family.
Well, I guess we just try and balance out some of his heinous crimes with some of our own, good.
It would make
Sketch.
me.
Yeah.
Sorry. Are when I create the portals, do I have to think of the location immediately as I'm creating them, or is that something I choose after I cast the spell?
I'm willing to be told.
Because I kind of don't want to wait anymore.
It's up to you. You guys can go wherever you want.
It does make me feel slightly less certain about not going after these Imperiums. Perhaps a little white lie will not go amiss.
I know you want to go into the town, but I think we gotta rush this.
Let's just hope that there's a town to go to once we're done, I guess. At the end of the day, getting rid of him is more important for the well-being of the planet than this.
I will look at Zante, because I know Dimitri doesn't want to do it yet. You want to do yours? Or do you want to wait a little longer? I'm ready for mine.
Think that I should not say. It should not come from me, but I will follow the rest of you wherever you go.
I guess we wait for mine.
We have the cloaks for it.
Yeah.
And there's a guild I need to find.
So Karma Peaks.
Okay. As you think Karma peaks in your mind and you step through the portal, that's where we're going to take a break. So as you step through the portal, immediately snow and freezing cold air attacks you. And you find purchase, and your feet probably sink about a good couple of foot into the snow. As you're like just landed outside this blizzard like raging on. You see like a wooden hut further on. It's kind of got like one light glowing in the distance, and further on there you see kind of like little villages across like these mountain range. You can see like this, the mountain range begins to collide up there. But yeah, the first stop is like this tiny wooden hut. That's what you see in terms of shelter, and immediately just every step is like double movement. Like it's like difficult terrain getting through the snow.
You got the map?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't lose it for once because it's so important for what the fuck we need it for. Might be a little red though. I did get stabbed a lot.
Let's hope it's still readable.
Because that is the map. Okay.
Map was always like in the breastplate, so
Well, we'll
Yeah.
find out.
well, I'm still the only one with one of these, so I guess
Do
pull it
you-
out.
Yeah. I'll cast guidance.
No, you can do it. Just you gotta make sure that I'm holding on to it when you do it, because let's be honest, you're the better arcane one here.
Mhm.
I'll cast guidance.
William's just holding on to it because he has to, otherwise it will get a false positive.
Okay, let's try. Ooh. That's a natural 17 plus guidance. So that's 23.
Nice.
23, very good. So immediately the biggest ping is one standing right next to you. And that kind of like drifts off and like shoots down the map, highlighting like in the center of like this mountain range seems to be like this pulsing light.
Okay,
Seems
that's promising.
close.
It kind of did the same thing when we found the law keeper. Kind of big, when I got it to work properly the second time. So that's a good sign.
How far away does it appear to be?
Well, this cabin, like according to the map, where this pulse is, it's quite a while away from where you are. It's very like long distance. It's probably like towards the end of this whole mountain range. And as you can only see, like going on, this mountain range seems to go on for long before the sky starts eating it in terms of the view, if you know what I mean. Like it still continues past into the clouds.
I can still cast a portal again. Might make the journey faster.
Yeah, but we don't know exactly where it is.
No, but at least we can be transported closer. So,
Might
but
be
the
worth
thing
stopping off.
is, sorry. Thing is, we don't know what we're gonna face, so I'm not really sure if spending all my spell slots is a good idea.
Probably not.
It might be worth finding a village to get some supplies at first and be prepared for this.
We have the weird looking shack in the distance, and we have the scattered lights over there. Which one? I'm guessing the scattered lights will be more the village,
Yeah.
but maybe Weird Shack has something. But knowing our luck, actually, and Weird things placed in nowhere, it'd probably be a bad thing, actually.
I thought they have diamonds.
And there could be miners. It's a mountain range.
Fair enough. Check.
Yeah, we could check.
If you want, I can ride ahead on Aethon and scout it out.
I was thinking of maybe using the boots a little bit as well, just to make it a bit easier for myself, but I'm not sure I'll even be able to do it up here. Feels like the wind would just freeze me.
One way to find out.
I hope
If I
one.
suddenly fall, you know what to do.
Just hover. So if you're struggling, you can just go back down.
Yeah, no, use the charge of the wing boots and just fly just above. No?
As you do that, it is very difficult still to see as like this blizzard is raging on, and it's still equally as difficult to move.
Yep, no, that didn't do fucking shit.
Well, now we know. You can't fly.
Yeah, the wind's too strong. If anything, I was moving better on the ground because I had my own weight to push myself forward.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, he'll go back to the ground and just walk it. Just like, I'm pretty sure I went backwards at one point.
So, Xanthi, do you want to scout ahead?
Is that the plan? Should I? So how far away in relation is the shack and the village?
The shack. So, from you guys to the shack, I would say easily within 200 foot of you. It's quite close. The shack is. The village is. I mean, judging by how poor vision you've got now, you're guessing it's going to take like a day or two to get there.
Okay, so
As well.
Jack.
Yeah.
Should I look around or just we should approach together?
Just check the shack. If otherwise, I'll just cast the portal and take us to the village because I doubt they will go to find the thing they.
Then yeah, should ride up ahead towards it.
Yeah, as you ride ahead, it is still even quite difficult for Aethorn, but you do get like start plowing through it. As you get close to the shack, you see this giant figure wearing like these thick woolen, almost like a thick woolen cloak with this hood that's got like this fur around it, these big fur boots, furred gloves, and he seems to be like hurling like logs into the shack as you're getting close.
Giant as in like giantkin type thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Then as she approaches, she'll call out in giant. Greetings.
He immediately stands upright tall, easily now 10 to 11 foot. And he turns around and he just replies in giant. He's like, "Oh, sister, how goes the day?"
It's a bit colder than I'm used to. I don't suppose you could share a weary traveler some warmth?
"Of course, please come in, take a load off."
My companions, would they be okay to join us, or?
Of course. Any friend of yours is a friend of ours by extension.
I will just go fetch them. We'll be right back. Appreciate your hospitality.
No problem. I'm just going to continue to stoke the flames.
And we'll ride back to the rest. It appears to be a friendly sort. Giantkin, taller than me even, probably. Seemed to be willing to welcome us in to the warmth. For a chat, perhaps, or?
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, anything's better than this godforsaken blizzard. I think my eyelids are frozen shut at this point.
No, it's weird to actually feel cold. I don't like it.
Hey, at least these cloaks are doing something. They're really good at picking up snow, apparently.
Do any of you speak giant, perhaps?
Yes. Sister Maria
Hello.
taught me.
Still only infernal and deep speech.
Infernal and Bissell for me.
And Xanthi will just say the word for like greetings and thank you, maybe. Just a couple
Yep.
of simple words. If it
Just
Anything you
how
want to
to
learn,
say.
tell me.
I'm just picturing it. It's just teaching us how to say we don't speak giant in giant.
As you are hearing giant, though, it does sound like a very like mumbled, low speech, very like muffled. Like if you're trying to hear it, you would have thought it was muffled, but yeah,
Just
you
mumbling,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, you do at least learn hello and thank you in giant.
Yeah, we still need to figure out our whole teaching method thing, because it'll take a while for you to learn stuff because we keep getting into shit. And it
Yeah,
might be
we
nice for us to learn, giant.
Giant.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Don't
mind
think
having
any of
giant.
you are going to have any use for deep speech.
Maybe.
I can teach you primordial, but again, I don't really know if elemental speech would come in handy.
No one knows Celestial, right?
I've picked up a little.
Do you think you can teach me a little?
I can give it a go. There were some among.
Forget that I
Right.
speak Celestial.
You learnt it already.
Yeah.
Done.
Stop speaking it, instantly catch on.
It's my mother.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a week at some point just to teach each other all the languages so we can at least all be able to speak everything that each other knows.
Telepathically to William, I suppose. I can also do this.
Okay, don't show off now.
Just
Wait,
in
what?
terms of if we are trying to be sneaky about things.
What happened?
What's happening? You guys are just staring at each other.
Yeah.
No, William would have said out loud, just don't
Oh,
show
okay.
off. Yeah, she could speak to people's heads. Thanks to... No, I think you've done it before,
Since
but you
when?
know. No, she has done it before, I'm pretty sure.
This amulet, it seems to have given me.
Oh.
Very cool.
Yeah, wasn't that your sister's?
Yes, but it has some magic that I did not recognize on it, so I believe it to be the doctor's. I'm not certain.
Anyway, enough of us freezing. We should probably keep
Yes,
moving.
please.
Indeed.
Or at least walk a bit faster while we talk.
Sketch, quick question as well.
Yes.
Because I'm an earth elemental,
Yes, you are.
I have earth walk, which means I can move across difficult terrain without extra movement. So, am I affected by the snow, or am
I would imagine you kind of do like a Diglett kind of thing. Like you've kind of like sunk your feet so it's touching like ground, and you're just kind of like just.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm gonna say though, if
We're just following Dimitri because it'll be an easier path.
yeah, I'm gonna say if you have to roll a stealth check or anything in this regard, like especially while you're in the snow, I'm gonna say it's at disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I
more
could
so
add
than
to-
normal.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
Don't worry,
no.
way ahead of you with the armor.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you could like clear a path and get them there a bit quicker. Yeah.
Cool.
So Xanthi would have taught you how to say Gronar, which is hello, greetings in giant, and then Yash, which would be thank you in giant.
Cool. Right. That before I forget.
While we are going, I'm going through my backpack. Forgot I got these. And I have 2 potions of healing that I got from
Yes.
the doctor's lair. You guys decided who needs it most. Here you go.
Well, I used every single one of mine in the fight, so I wouldn't mind at least one. If not for myself, one of you guys.
I don't mind either. I can technically heal myself and you guys, so maybe
Santi?
Santi then.
How many did we have?
I have 2. one for William, and then if you want the other one.
I'll take it.
Just a normal grey one, yeah?
I got some other things, but I haven't had a chance to look at them yet.
That's
Maybe-
fine. Yeah, we need to have a down couple of days at some point, just to get the whole speech stuff out of the way, make sure everything that we've got is sorted, stock up properly for the next fight.
Yeah.
I know that boat has already sailed. We're already going for your one. We could do that between this and whichever one we choose next. Not saying it out loud.
Yeah. I'll just surprise you guys.
Yeah, don't tell us where we're going, and we just go through the portal.
Please don't do that.
We'll just fall into a volcano.
Knowing you would, but considering two of us can technically fly now, it would just be, well, one of them's pretty fiery himself.
I should hopefully be okay, maybe? Question
I
mark?
think Xanti's the only one that wouldn't be okay.
Depends if I was on Aethon or not.
Yeah, because Aethon can
Yeah,
fly.
that's
Good point. Yeah, no.
So technically, I would just plummet, but if we...
Yeah, but I can carry you, technically.
Yeah, me too. I can help.
then we'll be okay. No one needs to fall again.
And
Why are we
meanwhile,
talking about you plunging us into a volcano anyway? That was just a joke. We don't need to actually, talk about the logistics of how we would survive it if you decide to go bad. God, we're depressing people at times.
I mean, magic's unpredictable. Who knows?
You're correct, but I fucking hate it.
But
Why do you think I don't practice it? Sorry.
as you continue to the log cabin, the giant figure opens the door again, and he's getting more wood, and he's just like, "Hello."
hi, nice to meet you. I'm Morticia.
"Oh, I'm Alagrav."
Thank you for allowing us into your home.
"It's okay."
You guys say hi now.
I kind of waved. Can you tell him it's a lovely place he has here?
I'm saying thank you for allowing us into his home.
I
Yeah, but
do
I'm asking, can you tell him it's a lovely place he has here?
You have a lovely place.
I do understand him.
Don't tell him that.
I'll just be like, Grona?
I feel like now would be a very embarrassing time to tell him that I could speak common.
You shouldn't.
Meanwhile, what you two are hearing is just like,
Yeah, just
kind of like throat singing. It's kind of
Okay.
like that effect.
yeah, the hemorrhaging throat singing. Yeah.
Maybe my pronunciation was off.
We doing all right?
You're good.
Okay.
Beautiful. Good job.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. I guess you two will be our interpreters.
Something has a head in a palm of it.
I'm just like,
Does your horse need like any food or anything?
He should be fine, but perhaps somewhere a little out of the weather.
If you just go round the back, we have like kind of a roof.
Yarsh. And we'll go lead him around.
Oh, they were talking about the horse. Makes sense. A lot of people ask about the horse.
Yeah. Context clues. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel very uncomfortable.
it's just a little harmless joke.
I don't understand.
I don't know what
Well.
they're talking about now.
There's no clues. I can't figure it
So-
out.
What do you do around this area? Like, what do you do?
I look after the gates to the calmer peaks. When we're in our winter months, I arrange travel.
Seems like a lonely job.
No, it's fine. I like it, especially during the winter months. I get to ride dire wolves.
Oh, that must be so cool. Do you
Yeah.
like domesticate them or are they wild?
Bit of both. I find normally if you get to know the pack leader, the others kind of fall into place.
Okay, so she gestured to just around us. So I'm going with talking about where we actually are, maybe?
Yeah, maybe like information.
See how funny it is?
Um, it's kind of distracting, but if you say it's funny, okay.
Just willing to know the whole conversation about. Do I ask him what he does here?
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Okay.
Do you know if the town, the little village, if they have any trading posts? We are kind of looking for some supplies.
Technically, Karma Peaks is split into 5 villages.
Do you know where I should go to find like fine jewelry, like precious stones?
I would say probably the Avisa district. Each part of the town is named after the god devoted to that part who they worship. In Karma Peaks, there's 5 main deities of worship.
Okay, so using my skills, I'm going to go with pointing behind us, where we've talked about those lights. Maybe he's asking what that town does.
Okay. I can see that.
Okay.
He sees.
Can you ask him where he knows where he can get diamonds?
Already did it. A visit district. We are
okay.
on a deeper level at the moment.
He sees
Wait, what?
Xanthi.
There's districts?
He sees Xanthi walk back around and he's just like, do we have to continue talking like this?
You can do as you wish. It's just harmless fun to her. But if it is making you uncomfortable, do as you will.
I just feel a bit rude leaving them out.
We do not wish to make you feel such things in your own home.
Okay, let me. And then he just looks at you two and in common he's like, hi.
Wait, what?
We taught him common.
That was so quick.
Wait, you can do it that quickly, yet you can't teach us giant that quickly. Wait,
Did you see?
what's this?
Did you see how fast I learned Celestial? It's the same thing.
Okay, fair point. So why is it taking so long to learn Infernal?
Infernal.
Because you guys are not as great teachers as I am.
You know
And
what? You probably
Xanthi
have
is.
a point there.
Yeah.
There's a lot more cursing in Infernal that we're trying to make sure. There's not a lot of swearing in Infernal. I don't know. Obviously, we haven't taught you that, but every like second word. Yeah, they say something about someone. It's really, kind of barbaric language if you think about it.
I find Abyssal worse than Infernal.
Oh yeah, I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Do you also speak those?
I in the summer season that we're in now, I get a lot of...
This is the summer season.
Yes.
Fuck.
What's the winter like?
It gets a bit colder in the winter, but
A bit?
the snow's
I'm pretty
nicer.
sure some people would be statues. I guess the snow would be nicer. It'd be more fine,
I
I'm going with.
Statues happen sometimes, but you know.
I was making a joke, but fucking goddamn.
So in my downtime, I like to do a lot of reading, and I learn a lot of languages because I never know who's gonna be passing by.
Reading. I have something for you. I've kind of already read through it.
Oh.
And he's going to give over the book that he borrowed off Raziel. that Raziel said he can just have. And be like, it's off one of our friends. I kind of already read through it a couple of times.
Oh, why, thank you. Would you like some rock stew?
That sounds delightful. Also, I have a book. Like once books come into the thing, William's just into his thing. I've also got a book about Skargrim's like history and all that, their folklore, tales, stuff like that. It's one of the cities from where we're near. Maybe.
I mean, it's rude to say no. Not
Oh, you
rude.
can if you want, but
No,
I'm more than happy
no,
to share.
no. I mean, I've just said it 3 times now. Sorry.
You're fine. Yeah, take out this like even bigger book because it's fucking Skargrim history one. But here, there's this one as well.
Oh,
That was a little.
this one's signed.
Yeah, some of their folklores are interesting, and I think it was signed by the librarian, or was it the original author?
Wait,
You guys got it signed by someone.
I got a question though.
Yes.
Do you speak primordial?
Yes.
Do you speak primitive primordial?
And then he's gonna say in primitive primordial phrases. It's like
Dimitri, I think I got your guy.
I would have
For
been
your
so
book.
useful if I had the book still.
You don't have it?
No, there.
Shit.
My god burnt it.
Yeah, it's that whole thing of Gods don't like it when you have knowledge you shouldn't have.
We finally found someone.
Well, apparently, the information in the book was useless anyway. Apparently, it's not true.
I'm sure.
Just because of curiosity, I'm just going to look and go, in deep speech, do you also just converse in deep speech?
He's gonna reply in deep speech, not as much as I would like to.
Awesome. I could probably give you some pointers and teach you a couple of words.
I don't mind. I'm willing to learn.
If you have any requests, I can try and get you the respective counterpart.
I mean,
We'll stop this now. We all speak common, and then just go back to common. But
Yeah.
yeah, we all know, like we're all friends. We all know a mismatch of languages comes kind of the one that ties us all together, and we're trying to teach each other all the others that we know.
oh, that's very nice. It must be nice to have someone to teach you.
Yeah, but if you listen to it, we're apparently really bad teachers.
I mean,
They are.
I was told once that there's no such thing as bad teachers, only bad students, or did I get that wrong?
I think it's the opposite.
Maybe.
But
Just looking at
continuing
the
our
two-
conversation. You said there were 4 deities that were extremely
5.
5? Which one is the one in Arisa?
So you have the Avisa district. You have the furthest one across, which is the Valdis district. You have Opatagon district, Ascaridon, and Frogen.
Do any of these gods ring any bells?
You can make a history check
I most certainly can.
and tell me which one you want to know about.
No, just any of them that kind of perk, like any that William himself would be
Okay.
like know of. That's a 12. Also, I just need to ask: do I still have the expertise, or is that starting to fade now? Okay,
You
so
still have it at the moment.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, 12.
12. You know who Frogen is. He's the Lord of Giants. He's depicted as a giantkin with a long flowing mane of flaming hair and a beard of lightning. No, sorry. Yeah, a long flowing flame of hair, a beard of lightning, and he has skin cold as ice and eyes that look like the deepest part of nature.
Given Xanthi's heritage as well, has she heard any tales about those from her mother about her father? Or anything related to any of those?
So yeah, you probably would have heard like some stories about Frogen for sure. That's kind of like a, as well as being a deity, Frogen's also kind of like a, don't worry, like to giants, it's like, don't worry, Frogen will protect you as long as you eat your vegetable. You know, he's kind of like both a threat and he's also he's really good to you as long as you do what you're supposed to do. And I would imagine your mother would have been like, as long as you listen to me, he's going to be your best friend. If you stop listening to me, then he's going to come.
It's gonna be issues.
But yeah, he's depicted as very like mild mannered. Definitely not like how some people portray giants as like stupid people and like very savage and aggressive people. Frogen's very, at least in all depictions and any stories told, he's very mild mannered. But the biggest thing that's always in any of the depictions and like any morals that come from him is, yes, he's as fiery as storms and as calm as nature, but his heart is always the big part of any stories.
Yeah, no, I've read about the Frozen one. I've seen some of the artist renditions of what they speculate looked like. He seemed very interesting.
Yeah,
I read a lot.
I mean, I don't know how I would feel about having a beard of lightning, but it might be shocking.
It's like a constant static feeling.
Yeah, I guess.
At least the head of fire will constantly keep you warm.
But then what about if he was to sweat? Would it put the fire out? Would he become bald when he was sweating? These are
I feel like it would. I feel like it would kind of steam. You know, kind of have that kind of steamy kind of effect.
Interesting.
Do gods sweat?
Probably.
I mean,
Do they need to drink? Would they have water in their bodies?
I mean, Frogen used to lift mountains and put them down into the world to make places for giants to feel safe. So I would imagine that's quite sweaty. I mean, when I'm walking backwards and forwards with rocks, and it's quite very difficult.
But he's also a god.
But he's also a giant.
He's a giant deity. That sounded like a really bad joke. I apologize. You're not making this any better, Dimitri.
I'm sorry, I really appreciate that.
A lot of the stories were
rock stew.
Rock soup, yes.
And he like leads you inside. As you get inside, like all the furniture in here is like, apart from probably Xanthi, it's probably like more accustomed to your size, Xanthi. Whereas like other bits of furniture you've sat on's probably been a bit too small. But this is like very like big and warmly homely furniture. In the center, there's like this giant pot that's cooking, and there's like the smell of like vegetables and tomato. There's like some sweet spices. He pours out bowls of this, hands each to you, and then he takes out like this. It's kind of like this doughy bread that he puts in each of the stews, and he's like, rock stew.
Thank you. So because our friend didn't explain that you could actually speak common, what do you do here?
Oh, I'm kind of like a tour guide. I take people to the main part of Karma Peaks. Karma Peaks runs from here to there. The whole mountain range is known as Karma Peaks. We have the city or village, if you will, that resides on the mountaintops. The center mountain in the range is where people apparently can talk to their deities clearer. It's where the gods listen, they say. And each one of the villages is ruled by a deity they worship. Apparently, the Karma Peaks was made by each deity, each having a home. Sorry, I'm boring you with my day job.
No.
No.
we're technically tourists here, so this is perfect. We needed information. We don't know. We just heard about this place, so the fact that we just appeared out of thin air.
But why would you come in its off season? We don't normally get people coming when it's off season.
See, the part of me wants to be extremely truthful, but let me get the senses. Just looking at the others, suspicious as always.
Something.
Maybe I could help if you tell me what you're looking for.
Well, right now, diamonds.
Right now, diamonds.
The Avisa district might have that. That's probably the better shopping district. Due to the flowing nature of the god, people come and go there a lot, so a lot of trades happen.
Would we be able to employ your services to help us around the mountain?
I can see if my wolves will come to take you to there.
You have wolves?
I mean,
Right.
Wolves.
We weren't told any of this, remember, because we didn't speak giants.
Oh!
Just look and get more tissue with daggers.
It's an incentive to learn.
yeah, I mean, I don't own them per se, but they work with me. As long as I feed them, they're willing to take me and people to where we need to go.
Oh, it's a mutually beneficial friendship.
Yeah.
Say the end of the mountain range. What sort of threats lay there?
Apparently, the Dragon of Karma Peaks resides there. He holds his hoard.
We don't really
How many
need...
times have you seen this dragon?
I think once when I was a boy.
If you had to, like, on a scale from, like, a baby to the biggest, most horrifying creature you've ever seen, where would you put it?
Maybe somewhere in the middle. Although I am pretty big, so maybe what's big to me is not necessarily the same size to you. Or rather, what's small to me is big. I don't know.
No, you were kind of correct. Size differentiates with, you know...
And the one time I saw him, he was flying.
Could have been really far away, yeah.
What color was it?
White.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Nice, ain't it? Okay.
It feels good to be among giant kin again.
It's very
been
nice
some time.
to meet travelers that are so nice.
Do you
I guess-
normally have bad guests?
I wouldn't say bad, they just say I talk very slowly and just want to get on with the tour.
Well, we're not really... We're not tourists in the... What's the word? Conventional sense. We're more adventurers, so, you know, indulging in people's cultures and stuff like that is really interesting to most of us. I would like to stay comfortable.
I don't know that language.
Yeah, neither do I, honestly. As we can see, content of it. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna give
Are
up.
you trying to speak Dwarvish?
Yeah, it kind of sounded like it, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't learn Dwarvish too well.
Yeah, they really like to switch their words. I had a couple of people that used to. Anyway, yeah, no, we're more adventurous, so we like to experience cultures and stuff from around the world. Like, this food is great. We've done a lot of that.
Well, as long as you enjoy it. Those who are eating this stew, you get resistance to cold damage for the next few hours.
Mm-hmm.
You might have cut out
Cut
there.
off. So yeah, sorry.
Oh,
what was
Yeah.
it?
sorry. You
Resistance
get
to cold damage for the next couple of hours.
resistance to cold damage for the next few hours.
And that's just where we've been playing so long. I can kind of, even if you cut out, I can kind of predict what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying. You hear my voice in your head all the time. I get it.
All the time, especially whenever I do something stupid.
Yeah.
Have you had many opportunities to travel?
No.
Perhaps.
I like what I do here. I've been doing it ever since I was a boy. My dad used to do it before me, and then one day he said, "Son, you're running the family business," and he went out and didn't come back.
Have you ever
Sorry
seen a
to hear that.
beach?
Like with sand and water?
In very warm
Ugh.
weather.
No, that sounds horrible. I'm sorry.
I second that. I prefer the cold over the heat.
Swimming in the ocean is nice.
I don't like water. It's very scary.
I apologize if this is too forward, but when I traveled to the edge, I came across the Skullrock clan. I don't know if you've heard of them. Led by Grenjai.
Scout, yes. We are related distantly.
While I was among them, I befriended one of their teachers, and she took me under her wing, taught me a few techniques that have come in quite handy on our travels.
Oh. Did she teach you, like, our secret ways?
Not all of them. Just some fighting techniques was what I was most interested in. I was wondering perhaps if you knew any similar ones among presumably the frost giants, is it?
I know a little bit, not a lot. And yes, my heritage does go to the frost giants' heritage.
Perhaps if you have the time and interest for it, we could exchange some practices.
I think I could do that for sure. I think it's possible.
Only if you enjoy such things. I don't know.
I mean, it's technically not breaking any laws because you technically are a giant, right?
My father, yes.
Hmm. Do you know what tribe or clan he came from? Sorry, I do this a lot when I meet giants.
Not specifically. I do not believe he stayed with them. He owned a flower shop, so it was not quite.
I liked flowers. My father, too, actually.
Perhaps. Would you like to speak of him, or is it difficult?
I mean, no, it's not difficult. He's just doing what is normal. As soon as a giant becomes of age, they're supposed to leave. They're supposed to be raised by themselves. It's normal. He was a very kind and caring man. And he used to always talk about, I don't know, in some language, the rare species of flowers that he could grow if we had more than snow around us.
Well, perhaps I could plant a flower here for my father in remembrance of him. Are there any that flourish under these conditions?
There's some. The frost petals seem to do well with the snow. They kind of grow because of the snow, if that makes sense.
That seems fitting. Yes. I never really got to experience my full heritage through him. He passed away or was killed
Oh,
before.
I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, let's hope he's got a flower shop wherever he is now.
I like that.
So, you want to rest here now and then go into the village, or you want me to get my dogs now?
If you don't mind, I think it would be best to go to the village first and then rest.
Of course. Which one did you want to go to?
Avisa?
Okay. He goes outside and he just three really loud, sharp inhale whistles you hear. They kind of like shake the panes of glass that's on this wood cabin as he does so. And then you start to hear like footsteps of like wolves just.
Yeah, the thuds. Yeah.
And he's like, they're coming.
Do you think we can take some of this soup with us?
Please help yourselves.
For tomorrow for breakfast.
I have a bag there as well. If you want to take it in that, you can have that and carry it in there.
I was just going to fill my war skin up, but that is a better suggestion. Thank you.
No problem. I mean, put it in like a pot, then put it in the bag. Don't pour it straight into the bag. I ruined a couple of bags doing that.
I actually do have mess kits, so I could store stuff.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no. These mess kits that he hasn't taken out much, he'll just, kind of do a couple of. I'm guessing this is like a massive cauldron.
Oh yeah, like judging by like how much
my
you
size mess kits are barely going to touch this.
Oh yeah, like your size mess kits, you'll probably get like at least 15 portions out of how much is here, and there's still being left. So
yeah, I'll try and get at least 2 each for us then, and just use the mess kit that way.
Perfect. And who's going to carry the bag?
Is it an average size bag? What's the?
It's quite a big bag, to be fair. Yeah, it probably will look better if like Xanthi was to, but I mean that's not stopping anyone else from carrying it.
Perhaps I should.
It would be best. I've got my bedroll and stuff in this one, so.
I don't think I can carry it.
If you get tired, I don't mind taking it.
I can always attach it onto a thon if it comes to it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you put the mess kits in this bag, you realise that there's so much more room inside the bag than there is, even though the bag is big. Yeah. So Xanthi, you can add a bag of holding to your.
Ooh.
Nice. We actually finally got one.
Such a weird sensation to put your hand in there and feel your hand go as your brain can connect it through the ground. It's really weird.
And if you look outside or step outside, you see these giant grey direwolves. Like, they're not your normal sized direwolves. These are bigger than the cabin. Like, even
Wow.
like the giant himself is like has to like climb up one, and he looks tiny. He looks like a child when he sits on one. And there's two of them there. They both kind of have like blue streaks on their paws that like just blends up into the rest of the grey fur. And their eyes are like the stark blue of like clear oceans.
Yeah, William will go and be like, God, you guys are magnificent.
Uh-huh.
They are
Hi.
so cool. Getting up there. 'Cause
Yeah, how are we getting up there?
I'm gonna throw down the rope for you. And he just
Okay.
Thank you.
and like this rope ladder steps down.
Well, these creatures are amazing specimens of their species. Jeez.
They do eat a lot.
I bet they do.
Well, you definitely look after them correctly.
Yeah, the one we're riding on, this is Claw. And the big one that takes point is Fang.
Alright.
Oh, I thought it would be Santa.
I'm going to shake you violently.
I don't know who. Maybe your friend Aethon might just have to follow behind us. I don't think he'll actually be able to get up here.
Do you think he can keep pace, or
Maybe if we tie him to Fang.
Or
Just
he
drag
could
him.
keep, or we could keep shelter here. We're going to return here to rest anyway because that you are happy with that. We're not forcing, not overstaying our welcome or anything.
No, you're more than welcome to stay here.
Unless you do feel like you're going to need AFR if we get into some trouble in town. But I hopefully doubt that we will.
it would be good to at least have a mount that I could trust if things do
If it
break
did happen.
out? But I don't know. Do you think your wolves are?
I might be able to do something. And he's gonna climb down, go to Aethon and like pull Aethon out from where you've been keeping him. And he's gonna look and he's gonna be like, he like claps, rubs his hands together, and you see like these like weird looking letters appear in his hands. And he's gonna put his hands on Aethon, and Aethon's gonna shrink down into like puppy size.
Oh.
That should keep him okay until we get to town.
That's adorable.
Enlarge and reduce?
Kind of.
Okay. I've read about it. Don't know how to do it. Don't practice arcane, but I know some things.
Something like that. And he kind of like winks at you, Xanthi. He's like, and he says in giant, family secret.
I like it. Is it something you can teach, or?
I can. If it's easier to learn to go the other way, though.
I'd be interested in that too.
Maybe I can spend some time with you guys and teach you this.
Appreciate that.
Everyone hold on tight. And as the wolves start, it's a slow kind of like boof, boof, boof. And you're kind of thinking like, why do we have to hold on tight? And then they start to pick up speed. And then trees are like zooming past you, and it's as they sprint. And that's a great place to end for today.
That's fair.